Hey guys, it's Sagar, and in this video, let us see how much of an upgrade do you get when you move from the iPhone 7 to the iPhone 12 mini. I know a lot of people have been holding on to their iPhone 7 for years because they really love its smaller form factor. Apple released second generation iPhone SE last year, but it had same design and dimensions as the iPhone 7. So a lot of people who have been using the iPhone 7 or even the iPhone 8 were not too keen on upgrading to it. And I'm sure they didn't want to be stuck with a similar design for another 3 to 4 years. I know this because my friend Madhur, who was generous enough to give me his iPhone 7 for a week, went through a similar thought process, and when the iPhone 12 mini came out, he, like many other iPhone 7 users, was very happy to upgrade to it. Now let me make this very clear. Even though the iPhone 7 is still being sold in India, please don't take this video to show yourself how good it is in front of the iPhone 12 mini. I don't think anyone out there should go and get a new iPhone 7 in 2021. This video is intended for someone who has been using an iPhone 7 or some phone from before that and is looking to upgrade to the iPhone 12 mini. There are a few key differences between the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 12 mini, and we are going to go through all of them one by one. But before we get to those, if you are new to this channel or if you still haven't subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon next to it. That way, you won't miss out on any of the amazing videos coming up on this channel. Usually, I start by comparing the price of two phones that are in question, but I think that point is a bit irrelevant in this comparison. What you guys should know is, iPhone 12 mini was launched at 69,900 rupees for the 64GB variant, and if you go to Amazon, it is already being sold at a discounted price. And you can get a further discount of 6,000 rupees if you have the HDFC Bank credit card. So at the time of uploading this video, you can get the 64GB iPhone 12 mini for as low as 58,900 rupees. That is without factoring the cost of exchanging your current phone that you might want to trade in. Coming to the design and build materials, iPhone 7 had rounded edges all around and a unibody aluminum back with antenna bands running at the top and bottom. iPhone 12 mini has an all-new design with these squared-off edges and glass at the front and back. These flat sides on the 12 mini feel very comfortable in your hands, and on this phone, there is actually much more metal to hold on to compared to the rounded sides of the iPhone 7. 12 mini is shorter and less wide than the iPhone 7, but it is a bit thicker, and despite of having glass at the front and back, it is actually a few grams lighter. All of this and a much larger display at the front gives the 12 mini a modern look and feel. Speaking of the display, iPhone 7 had a 4.7-inch IPS LCD screen with a resolution of 1334 by 750 pixels and a big forehead and chin. iPhone 12 mini on the other hand comes with a 5.4-inch OLED screen with a resolution of 2340 by 1080 pixels, and it basically has no bezels when compared to the iPhone 7. There is however a notch at the top which houses all the tech needed to enable Face ID and the speaker grill. 12 mini has a bigger display in a body that is actually smaller than the iPhone 7. Let that sink in for a bit. OLED display on the iPhone 12 mini has a much higher peak brightness, and since it is capable of delivering HDR content, you will love consuming media on it. Despite of being a much bigger display, you can easily reach all four corners while using it with just one hand. Our iPhone 7 had 3D touch, which would sense the amount of pressure you apply on the screen, and depending on that, give you different options. This is not present on any of the recent iPhones, and Apple has actually replaced 3D touch in software via haptic touch starting with the iPhone 11 series phones. They did this because many people were not using 3D touch, but I for one used it all the time, and I am sad to see that technology fade away into the dark. One of the reasons the iPhone 7 has a big chin is to house the home button and the Touch ID sensor under it. This home button has been a very important part of every iPhone right from the start. Even after all these years, the physical fingerprint sensor under this home button is one of the fastest ones you will see on any smartphone. Starting with the iPhone 10, Apple has moved on to Face ID for unlocking your iPhone, and over the years, they have managed to make it just as fast if not faster than a physical fingerprint sensor. But as fast as Face ID is, it is not the most convenient or even the most secured way to unlock your phone right now, given the condition that we are in. In this case, when we are wearing masks most of the times, Touch ID would still be my preferred way to unlock my phone. Now, iPhones are pretty snappy, and they can stay that way for years to come. Apple even sends software updates to older devices for 5 years if not longer. So if you are using the iPhone 7, even after all these years, chances are you might never feel that it is slow at performing certain tasks. Well, that is because it is not. But thanks to the advancements in technology over the past couple of years and Apple's latest in-house mobile processor, iPhone 12 mini is noticeably faster. When we compare these two phones side by side, you can see that it is considerably faster than the iPhone 7 at opening most of the day-to-day apps. And this difference only gets wider when you move to more demanding apps or games. So going from the iPhone 7 to the iPhone 12 mini, you will most definitely feel the difference in performance. Everything will be much faster and smoother. 12 mini comes with sub 6 GHz 5G antennas. So when 5G is available in your area, your phone will be ready for those faster download speeds. It also comes with Gigabit LTE, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.0 and U1 chip for spatial awareness, all of which is a step up or in some cases absent on the iPhone 7. If you are still using the iPhone 7, you might have noticed that the battery on your phone doesn't last you an entire day. I mean, the battery on the iPhone 7 was never too great to begin with, and it might have got even worse over time. If that is the case, you are going to love using the iPhone 12 mini. It gets a marginally bigger battery than the iPhone 7, but thanks to the extremely power efficient processor, even if it has to power a much bigger and brighter display, its battery will definitely last you the full day. Now the iPhone 12 mini doesn't have the biggest battery, but I am still saying that this phone will last you an entire day because I have used this phone for a long time and I found that if I didn't play games, this phone consistently gave me a screen on time of over 5.5 hours. If you think you are a heavy user, then you might want to look at getting the iPhone 12 because it comes with a much bigger battery that lasts much longer. But then it is also a slightly bigger phone, so think about that. When it comes to charging the iPhone 12 mini, it doesn't come with a charger in the box. So you will either have to buy a USB-C charger separately, or better yet, if you are planning to sell off or exchanging your iPhone 7 while getting the iPhone 12 mini, you should hold on to its charger. 12 mini also supports Qi wireless charging, and you also have the option to go for Apple's new MagSafe wireless charger. With everything else covered, we now come down to the cameras. Year over year, you see a noticeable difference in the camera performance, so going from the iPhone 7 to the 12 mini, you should expect to see a hugely improved camera system. First, let us check out some of the key camera specs, and then we will compare a few image samples from both these phones. On the iPhone 7, you have a single 12 megapixel camera with f1.8 aperture and optical image stabilization at the back, and a 7 megapixel front-facing camera with f2.2 aperture. On the iPhone 12 mini, you get dual 12 megapixel cameras at the back. Primary one gets f1.6 aperture, 26mm lens and optical image stabilization, and the secondary one gets f2.4 aperture and a 13mm ultra-wide-angle lens. At the front, there is another 12 megapixel camera with f2.2 aperture. While both of them have 12 megapixel cameras, one on the 12 mini has a much bigger sensor, and that combined with all the new computational photography features like Smart HDR3, Deep Fusion and Night Mode makes its images look so much better. Now this is not a full-on TechWorks style camera comparison because that would make this video longer than it already is. Here we are just comparing a few images in various lighting conditions. As you can see, images from the iPhone 12 mini look a lot better with richer colors. They are also a lot more detailed when compared to the images from the iPhone 7. You will also see them showing much better dynamic range. In places where the iPhone 7 completely blew up the highlights, 12 mini has managed to preserve a lot of highlights, and at the same time it managed to bring up so many details from the shadows, whereas the shadows are too dark in the images from the iPhone 7. As I said before, 12 mini is also showing better looking colors. There is a bit more saturation in its images, but I think you will grow to like it over time. It also adds a bit of warmth to the images, which makes them look even better. For the close-up shots, subject is sharper in the shots on the iPhone 12 mini, and thanks to a wider aperture and bigger sensor, background in its close-up shots is blurred out a bit more. Now something that the 12 mini's camera can do and 7's can't is take portrait shots. iPhone 7 Plus launched alongside the iPhone 7, pioneering the portrait mode on iPhones, and it has only got better over time. Now, iPhones even with a single camera can take portrait shots, but back when the iPhone 7 was launched, Apple needed two cameras to sense the depth in a shot and detect the edges of a subject. All that being said, on the iPhone 12 mini, you can take amazing looking portrait shots. It can even separate edges of objects for taking portrait shots. As you can see, it does an amazing job even if the background is busy or the subject has complex edges. Thanks to the secondary camera, something else that the iPhone 12 mini can do and the 7 can't is take wide-angle shots. You can see how much more of the scene the wide lens lets you get in the shot compared to the normal lens. Now you can use the wide lens to show scale of things like I am doing in these shots, or you can use it to get more things in one shot if you are in a smaller room. In either case, the wide lens delivers some really good looking shots in day and even at night time. As you move indoors or in artificial lighting conditions, iPhone 12 mini improves on its already massive lead. Look at how much more details and less noise its images have. The bigger sensor, wider aperture and computational photography algorithms are helping it achieve such good looking images in lower light. In some low light shots, iPhone 7 struggles to even lock on the focus, but the iPhone 12 mini has no such issues. And with the night mode turned on, its images reach a whole new level. The videos also look much more detailed and show better colors from the iPhone 12 mini. So overall, in terms of cameras, you are getting a huge upgrade when you choose the iPhone 12 mini. Now this is definitely the least expensive iPhone that Apple announced last year, but it is in no way less powerful. It has more in common with their most expensive iPhone 12 Pro Max than Apple led us to believe. You get most of the same tech that Apple has packed inside their more expensive iPhone 12 Pro Max, but in a much more manageable size and form factor. So trust me when I say you're going to love the iPhone 12 mini. That being said, if size is not the biggest worry for you, I would say spend a little extra and get the regular iPhone 12. It gets a bigger display and more importantly a bigger battery, and all of the tech inside is same as we saw on the iPhone 12 mini. How many of you have been using the iPhone 7 or even the iPhone 8, and how has your experience been with it? Let me know in the comments. Also let me know if you're going to get the iPhone 12 mini or the regular iPhone 12. If you plan on getting this phone, please do so from the affiliate links in the description section. When you purchase the phone from those links, you are not charged anything extra, but I get a small commission which helps me make these detailed videos for you guys. That is it for this video guys. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for more quality tech videos like this. You can also check out some of the other videos from this channel. This has been Sagar and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.